Hello, this is Bill. Welcome back. In this video, you will learn how to create some basic slides in Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, let's start off taking a look at the slides that you'll learn how to create. I can see I've got the tab slideshow selected, so I'm going to come right over here, press on the icon from beginning, or you can also press the function key F5 to start your slideshow. Well, the first slide that you'll learn how to create is a title slide with a little text on it. To advance to the next slide, I can press my mouse button, or I can press the down arrow on the keyboard. And typically I press the down arrow to advance to the next slide, and I press the up arrow to go to the previous slide. Well, the second slide is a title only. You'll learn how to insert a triangle, change it to red, and add some text around the outside. The third slide is a to content slide with a little text there. The fourth slide is a title only slide with a screen capture of Microsoft Excel inserted. And the fourth slide is a title only slide, and you'll learn how to insert a smart art graphic. Well, at this point I'm going to go ahead and press escape on the keyboard, and that'll take me back into PowerPoint. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is press Control A. That's going to select all my slides, and I'm going to press delete, and I'm going to start from scratch here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press on the Home tab. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to choose New Slide, and the first one was a title slide. Go ahead and press on Title Slide, and right over here where it says Click to Add Title, I'm going to go ahead and click right there, and I'm going to type Introduction to PowerPoint. And right below it where it says Click to Add Subtitle, I'm going to go ahead and click right there, and I'll go ahead and add my name. Okay, the first slide is finished. Okay, at this point I'm going to come right up here, press on New Slide again, and the second one was going to be a title only. Where it says Click to Add Title, I'll click right there and I'll type in Benefits. Next thing I want to do is get a triangle. To do that, I'll press on the tab Insert, come over here to Shapes, and I'm going to come down here and choose an isosceles triangle. And I'll go ahead and drag out a triangle. Okay, if you want to change the color, I can simply right-click on the triangle, and I'll go to Format, Shape. Well, I can see right now I'm currently working with the fill, so I'm going to come down, press on this little down arrow, and I'll go ahead and pick a shade of red, and I'll go ahead and close it, and that has changed that to red. The next thing I want to do is rotate this 180 degrees. To do that, I can position my cursor on this little circle and rotate it. Or what I can also do is simply right-click here in the red, come to Size and Position. That was a right-click, Size and Position. And on the rotation, I can simply type in 180, and at which point I'll go ahead and close that, and that will rotate that triangle 180 degrees. Well, the next thing I want to do is get some text boxes around the outside here. I'll press right here. You can see I'm on the tab Insert. I'm going to choose Text Box, and I'll go ahead and drag out Text Box. And this first one said Quality Produce. And if you want to reposition that, kind of position your cursor right on those little lines, those dashed lines, and you can reposition that. Okay, to insert another text box, I'll press on the tab Insert. I'll come right over here to Text Box, and let me drag out another text box. And this one is going to say Satisfied Customers. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and position my cursor on the little green circle here, and I'm going to rotate that so it kind of is parallel to my triangle. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and deselect that, select it one more time, position my cursor on those dashed lines, and kind of position that up in place there. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard to help reposition that. Okay, one more time, press on the tab Insert, come along, choose Text Box, drag out a text box, and this one needs to say Year Round Service. Again, I'll go ahead and position my cursor on the green circle, rotate it, drag it over. Whoops, grabbed the wrong one there. Let me go ahead and deselect that, try this again, try and grab right over here on these dashed lines, and drag that on over there. And there we go. Okay, moving on to the third slide. I'm going to come up here and press on New Slide. And again, that was a, whoops, this one is a to content. And I'll go ahead and press right there where it said click. And I'm going to type in HTML tags. I'll come right down here, type in basic, press the enter key, type bold, and italic. Well, bold and italic need to be indented a little bit. I'll go ahead and position my cursor in bold. I'll press on the little icon right here, increase list level, and I'll repeat that for italic. Okay, coming over here, I'm going to go ahead and type advanced, press tables. Now this time I'm going to go ahead and press on the increase list level right away, and now when I press the enter key, my next item is going to be at that same indentation. So now I can simply type frames. And that concludes the third slide. Moving on, I'm going to come up here to new slide, and I'm going to choose title only, and this needs to say spreadsheets colon Microsoft Excel. Okay, now what I want to do is get a screen capture. I'm going to go ahead and open up Microsoft Excel. And let me do this twice, kind of an incorrect way and a correct way. The incorrect way, I'm just going to simply do a screen capture on this whole application. I'm going to hold the Alt button down and press print screen. The print screen is on the top. If you take a look at your keyboard, you got F9, F10, F11, F12, and then a print screen. Okay, I'm going to come along, come back to PowerPoint, and I'm going to simply paste. That's a Control V. And I'm going to go ahead and resize this screen capture just a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and now show you a second way. The reason here is the text is pretty small. This will be pretty difficult to read in the back row of an auditorium here. So I'm going to come along and come up here to new slide, and I'm going to repeat this again. Press title only. Again, I'll type spreadsheets colon Microsoft Excel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up Microsoft Excel again. This time, I'm going to go ahead and increase the font size. Maybe change this to, maybe like 26 point. I'm going to go ahead and double click on one of these tabs here. I'm in Microsoft Excel. And now I'm going to go ahead and resize this application so it doesn't occupy the whole monitor. And maybe even a little bit smaller there. Okay, now again I'm going to hold my Alt button down, press print screen, minimize Microsoft Excel, come back into PowerPoint and paste Control V. Or I can come right up here and press on the icon, paste. Okay, and now I've pasted that one more time here. And here's the difference. Here was the first time, and you can see that text is very small here. And part of the reason is the text was small, it was only I think 11 point, and the application occupied the whole window. Whereas in the second one, I got that text much larger, I increased the font size, and I reduced the size of the application, so now I can actually resize it to make it even larger than it was to begin with. Okay, finally one last slide. I'm going to come right up here to the new slide, and this one also is a title only. And I'm going to go ahead and type in prerequisites. Prerequisites. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to go ahead and insert a Smart Art graphic. To do that, I'll press on the tab Insert, and I'll choose Smart Art. And I'll come down here. Wait till these come in. I'm going to go ahead and choose Basic Process, and I'll go ahead and press OK. Okay, over here I'm going to go ahead and type a few courses here. I'm going to type Computer Science, CS 101, CS 102, and CS 301. Okay, the nice thing about Smart Art graphic is I can easily change the look and the feel. And to do that, I can simply right-click right here. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to go Change Layout. And here a second ago, we have this particular layout. Maybe I'll come along and go Continuous Block Process. I'll go ahead and press OK. Or maybe I don't like that. I'll go ahead and right-click on that, change Layout, and maybe I'll come down here and I'll pick Basic Chevron Process and press OK. And at this point, you can see how easily you can change the look and the feel of those smart art graphics here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this full screen here. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and press on my first slide. I'll press on Slideshow, or I can press F5 here. Slideshow. Come over here and go from beginning, or F5. And here we go. Here's our first slide, Introduction to PowerPoint. The second one was a title-only slide. I showed you how to insert a triangle, rotate it, add a little text around the outside. The third one, to content. The fourth one, here's kind of my weak example. This notice the small text here, north, south, Office 1, pretty difficult to read here. And here is my, now I'm going to press the down arrow, go to my next one, and here is my better approach. And here I increased the font size and I reduced the size of the application before pasting that into PowerPoint. And finally, my last one, the prerequisites, and that was again a smart art graphic. Well, hopefully you learned a little bit in this video. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.